Hey guys, good morning. If any of you have been following me for a while, you'll know that my passion is to help men make sure that the last third of their life is the best third of their life. And to do that, it takes a community. I'm only one person, and I can help quite a few people on my own. But what's more powerful and what will make this last, and what will help the young men growing up today understand what it's like to be a real man, is a community of like-minded people. And so I created the Gene Tough training program years ago now to help individual men and help them on their journey to wellness, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. And so I wanted to make sure that people had all the correct information that they needed. And so we developed a program to help them. But what I found over the years is that that program helps people, but more importantly, what what's the next step? What do they do next? And so that's why I'm really excited to announce kind of this next step, this next level. Every year for the last quite a few years, we've done some sort of rendezvous, some sort of challenge, some sort of physical challenge, team building, get together kind of thing. And this year, I'm really excited about what we're doing, because we're going to get a chance to partner with an amazing organization to not only create a better community ourselves, but to also help a community that's out there. And their main mission is to help veterans, especially veterans that are struggling to reintegrate back into society. The organization that we've chosen is called Heroes and Horses. They're based out of Montana, which I am too, and they've got a really great mission. They, as well as I, understand that what men need is they don't need they don't need something easy. I mean, it's great to float down a river and fly fish and that sort of thing for some of these guys. But what's more important is they need a challenge. And I write about this in my book, the Antifragile Man. Men need a sense of pursuit, wherever that pursuit comes from. And it can be different for different people, but we need to keep that sense of pursuit. And so the Heroes and Horses Ranch does just that. They have a program for vets that's all around heroes and horses. And they're completely aligned with what we do. They're nutritionally aligned with what we do. They have physical challenges, which aligns with what we do, and they have horses. So what's not to love about that? And so what I'm excited to announce is the next level. People go through the program and they're like, what's next? What do we do next? And that's where I've created what's called the Antifragile Brotherhood. This is the community. This is the pinnacle of the mountain, if you could call it that. That's going to change everything for this community, because once if you're invited into the brotherhood and you qualify, you're going to be called upon to share your gifts. It becomes something much bigger than me, and that's what I've always wanted. It's not about me. It's just about creating a community of like-minded men that want to make the last third of their life the best third of their life. And they also want to push themselves. They want to occasionally scare the hell out of themselves, right? That's what living life to its fullest is all about. They occasionally want to get uncomfortable. It doesn't mean you have to be that way, you have to live that way your whole life, but you have to know how to conduct yourself when conditions aren't perfectly right. And especially on this 250th anniversary of our country, I mean, our forefathers gave up a lot, and they talk about anti-fragile. I mean, what they were doing not only, could risk, somebody saying something mean to them on social media or something, but it literally was tyranny. They could have lost their lives by doing what they did and standing up for what they thought was right, what they knew was right. And our country is an amazing place, but things are trying to change, as they always do in history. And as long as strong men stand up, and women, as long as we stand up and say, no, communism has never worked anywhere in the world. That's not a good idea. All of these things that sound good on paper, we need real men to step up and say it doesn't work that way. Listen, here's the way it works. And we need to be grounded. We need to be respectful of other people and their thoughts and opinions, but also we need to stand up. There's a tendency for older guys like me just to be complacent and say, well, we've got our act together. We can protect our families. We can take care of ourselves. And so we just let all these other people pop off about all these goofy things. And we just sit back and shake our heads sometimes. But, we've got our own things together and we know how to protect ourselves. But there is a point where we need to stand up and say, hey, that's not right. That's not a way to be a good human being. That's not a good way to be a strong protector, somebody that can take care of other people. That's not the way to live in congruity with who we're supposed to be, to help other people, to make a difference, to leave the world a better place than where we found it. And so that's what this Antifragile Brotherhood is all about. Now, it's not something, a lot of these things that I see out there, they're, like they're some fancy, bro retreat, or they're, some luxury spa kind of thing. This ain't that. This is not that, I promise you. But when we do things, when we do the hard thing, when we challenge ourselves, and more importantly, when we sit around the fire at night and everybody can share their gifts and their trials and their tribulations and how they navigated certain situations, because life's not all puppies and rainbows for anybody. We all get lifed on occasionally. We're all humans. And the difference between the people that are leaders and the people that aren't are the people that actually stand up for something. They actually learn. They become anti-fragile, right? They become stronger as a result of those scars of getting knocked down. They get stronger and stronger, not just resilient. Resilient implies that there's a breaking point at some point. Anti-fragile is not being resilient to the storm. It's actually getting stronger as a result of the storm. And so these men understand that. But when we sit around at night and have these deep conversations about their troubles and how they've overcome those things, it makes us better able to help other people that come after us to do that same thing. So like I say, it's not some luxury retreat. And it couldn't be aligned more with what we want to do. We can, we've done these physical challenges in the past, but I wanted this year to do something where we can give back. And we're going to be doing some projects around the ranch to help them at the same time. So the thing about this is you can't buy your way into it. I know a lot of men that are really successful, and the attitude sometimes is, okay, well, I can go do all these fun things and things I want to do, because I'll just buy my way in. And that's the difference here. You can't buy your way in. You have to earn your way in. So any of the people that have gone through my Gene Tough training program, I know that they have the skill sets. I know that they've had to make the hard decisions, that they've had to figure out how to navigate life when things are going great, but also when the shit hits the fan, because it will, right? And so I know these guys are capable of leading other men, are capable of helping other people and making a difference and making the last third of their life the best third. I know that because we've been through the fire together, if you will. But there's probably a few other guys out there that are wondering, where is something like that for me? How can I get involved in something like that if what I'm saying resonates with you? And so I just want to let everybody know how excited I am about this next chapter, and this Antifragile Brotherhood that's going to do amazing things in the future. After all, like I say, it is about the community. It's not about me. And I want this movement, this community, this brotherhood to live on well past me, which I know it will, because there's a lot of amazing leaders in the group. that are fully qualified to step in and help other people like I do here. So if you are searching for something like that, if you're coachable, if you're a good man, or if you're just struggling with how to do that, and even some young men will be accepted into this brotherhood, just because that's, I mean, we need to we need to be able to share our gifts and help guide some of these people that are these young men that are struggling. There's a lot of narrative about toxic masculinity and all that stuff out there that these young men need to know how to navigate. And so if you're out there, if you're struggling, if you are looking for something, and you think you might be qualified, and the qualifications are, you just have to be a good person, you have to be willing to listen, you have to be willing to get uncomfortable occasionally, and you have to be willing to give back, and you have to be willing to stand up for your country. If that sounds like you and any of this resonates with you, then reach out, send me a private message, and we can have a one-on-one conversation to see if you're actually a fit for this event, which will be August 28th through the 30th here in Montana at the beautiful Heroes and Horses Ranch. So anyhow, I appreciate everybody listening today. I'm super excited about this. And if you feel like you qualify and you would like to participate, the other cool thing is that I don't make any money off this. There's no fee for this. This is all, you're going to be asked to make a donation to Heroes and Horses based upon the value that you received. And I know that's going to be huge for a lot of people. And so I'm not in it for the money. I don't benefit from this at all, other than the fact that that I get to have the legacy of creating a community where badass men could thrive. So anyhow, thanks for listening today. I appreciate all of you, and take care. And as always, if you have any questions, if you want to learn about my Gene Tough program, if you want any links to any of my YouTube stuff, if you want to learn more about Heroes and Horses, you can search them online. A great organization and with great people. And if you want to be considered for one of the open spots, we don't have many spots because, as you know, facilities are limited. You know, cook shacks are limited in the amount of people that we can serve and that sort of thing. But if you're struggling, if you're looking for something and you need help, and you're willing to do the work, that's what we do. So take care. Reach out.